I was paralyzed in 2004 in a snow skiing accident up in Snoqualmie Pass. It's like the Twilight Zone. You're dropped into a world that's no longer built for you, in a body you can no longer control. Life just doesn't make sense. When you're in the hospital, the main focus is getting you mildly physically stable. But the mental, emotional, spiritual aspect is severely lacking in that kind of support. So you get sent home with very little resources for how to do life in the here and now. Toxic level of depression and just kind of this self-fulfilling cycle of, darkness. And that didn't change until about 6 years later. I ran into a guy that had been paralyzed for 40 years. His name was Dan McConnell. He was paralyzed when he was 19. His girlfriend was 17 at the time. They got married a year later and they just went out and did life because nobody told them they couldn't. Meeting Dan opened up my mind to meet other people in chairs. But it wasn't until a couple years later that it really started to shift. I met Todd Stobelfelt. We actually came out to his place. It was the 25th anniversary of his injury. We were sitting in a circle, all high quadriplegics, telling our stories, and suddenly I heard my story come out of 6 other guys' mouths. And that was the inception of the Here and Now project. We are a social support network focused on connecting and empowering the paralysis community in the Pacific Northwest. And we're about getting knee to knee with people that have been where you've been. I always say that it doesn't matter if you've been in a chair for 50 years or someone you know has been injured just 6 weeks. You might have something that could change someone else's life. It could save someone's life.
I look at the Here and Now group as home base for everybody who feels alone and feels like they have nobody in their situation. You leave there on this high, like everything's gonna be okay, and you feel inspired and motivated, and I just hadn't felt that since my injury.
Here and Now brings together people who understand what spinal injury and spinal afflictions can cause. You can understand and not care, but you most definitely can care and not understand.
The support starts as soon as we find out someone's been injured. We've got care baskets, we've got water bottles that we will bring to the hospital. We have so many members that do peer support, but then we take it outside the hospital and we have our support meetings. And then we do annual activities, we'll do barbecues, we'll do potlucks, bowling events. And then every year we do an annual meetup where we bring in as many paralysis survivors and their families and get them under one roof.
We came to a Here and Now meeting right after I got out of the hospital. Coming here was just absolutely amazing. You can ask anything of anybody. There are no taboo questions. Everybody's doing the same things.
None of us need to reinvent the wheel. There's so much to figure out with living without, a functional body. The Here and Now project provides you with this community that gives you those solutions. It's years and years of experience, and you can't put a value to that.
I'm a better human for having the Here and Now. Pretty incredible, when you're around 60 other individuals in chairs and you're just being able to chat and share. That's some solid medicine that's systemic and not a Band-Aid. Networking and being around other people really shows that there's a real reality around this. There's an opportunity to do life, but to do it well.
I go and I see somebody in a wheelchair and I'm after them and I'm telling them, you need to come, you need to come. And for them to see a group of people that actually are doing a life like this, I think for them it's so positive.
You've got 3 things that you can offer. It's time, talent, and treasure. It doesn't matter which one of those things you're offering, especially to an organization like this. You're not just offering time or your talent or your treasure, you're offering hope. We always say it takes a tribe to keep a quadriplegic or someone paralyzed afloat. And so I'd just say come be a part of our tribe.